All right, so this is what we have. So we are going to create a project. Remember, I want to achieve something like we want to save the data to database and then we view it from the data grid view. So by that, let me start. So I come here and create a project. I will click on create project. Just go together. If you are not designed it, so this is where I have to name from. So don't just click OK and leave it to Windows application. So give it a name. So I can call this BAP discussion 2. BAP discussion 2. So here they are showing me where they're going to save. This is so crucial because at times some of you are saving on the local on the OneDrive, and at times it fails to open. So see where they are saving your work. If there's OneDrive, then you must change. Okay. So I'll click on OK and have something like this. So this is where we're going to design our interface from. This is our form 1. However, when you look at that form 1, I want to open something. Okay, let me leave it. So this is our form. In our form, here there is a name called form 1, but you want to change it, like have something like employee form. So what you do is you come to the properties window. Let me try to extend it. The properties window, and then we go to where text is. Here where text is. So if I change to employee form and click enter, you will notice that there is a change. There is a change here. Here. There is a change. So it has changed from form 1 to employee form. So you can, if they tell you to name your form, for example, they tell you that name it employee.vb. So what you do is you come to where you see form 1, you come to where you see form 1, you make a right click on it and go to where the name is. So make sure that you don't remove this extension of .vb. So what you do is you just delete only form 1 .vb and then give it a name like employee form and click enter. See that everything, they'll give you this message that you are renaming a file. So would you also like to perform a rename in this project of all references to the code element? And you say yes. So we are going to add our controls. So let me just display my toolbox. Then I want it to stick there. Let me reduce this a bit. Okay, so I want my toolbox here. I want to use it. So this is what we want to achieve. This is what we want to design. So when there is employee form, then the ID. So I said that we are going to skip this one for the ID. We are going to start from the first name, last name, position, and so salary and hire date. So let's start with these labels. Let me put the labels. So how many labels do you want? So we want 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So what do you do? So you hold your control key. You hold your control key. So when you hold your control key, select where label is. So look for where label is. Where is my label? Label is here. So now hold your control, just make a single click on the label. So you just make a single click and then come to your form. Still holding, don't leave the control key. So after that you just tap once. 1, 5. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Then after I click escape. What else do I want? I come back and see that I want 1, 2, 3, 4 text boxes. I'm talking about these ones, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So 4 text boxes, 4 text boxes. So what I will do is I'll just come back here and then look for where text box is. Still hold Control, click on where text box is, and come back to my form, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and then click escape. Now there's something that we're going to do. So come on your text box, click here, and have a multiple line. Now we have the following these controls, which are text boxes. Let me align them. Align this one also. All right. So I say that if you want to have an auto size whereby you want to control the width and the height, you come here and then select multiply. So also come to the second one and then you click on multiply. Also come to this one, you click here and then choose multiply. You come to this one also, then you click on it and choose multiply. So after doing that, you put your cursor below all of them and you hold the left button, and then highlight all of them. So after highlighting all of them, what we can do is you come to the last one, you can adjust the width. You see that I'm adjusting the width of all of them at once, and I can adjust the height of all of them at once. So I have something like that. So now just come to our labels, these labels. Come to that label, click on it, then come to our properties window. This is our properties window. Look for where text is. This is where text is. Here. Look for where text is. This. Look for where text is, and then you can give it a name. So we had first name. Text doesn't matter. Take space. No, you can put a space. This is just text. Okay, first name, and click enter. This is our first name. Then we have this one, which is going to have our last name. So come back here and say last name. Then come to this one. What was there? Let me check. We have position, the right position. Come to this one. It had salary. I think it had salary. Let me check. Yes, salary. Then come here, salary. Click enter. Then this one is supposed to be for hire date. So come here, change to hire date. Hire date. Hire date. So after doing that, what we are going to do is come here, still below the hire date, highlight all of them, and look for where font is in the properties window. Look for where font is, come here, come there, and click there, adjust the font, and then we shall have, I think let us use Times New Roman. We make it bold and give it 14. 14 is okay, and press OK, so that we can have something like that, minus editing each and everything. Click anywhere here and then highlight again your text boxes, and then hold the left button, take them where you want, as in do this. I'm taking them somewhere so that they are not close or they don't collide with these ones. Then also have these ones and also bring them somewhere there. Then they are not in the right order. I'll correct that by putting them in the right order, like that. Leave it and then use that down arrow, click on it, then go to position, click on it, higher date. Now when you look at our question, this design view that they told us to design, so that we are supposed to be designing, zoom it. Okay, you're going to find that here they used a text box, and at times it is hard to memorize the format of the date that should be entered in your database. It's hard to memorize the format of the date that you're supposed to be submitting in the database. That's why we said that let us use what we call a date type picker. So you look for where D is and look for date time picker, then drag it and put it there. So this is what we have. If you want to make it big, here we don't have auto size, like adjusting the margins and the height. So what do? You just adjust the font of the words inside. So you look for where font is bold, then put it on 12, click OK. So you just have to do that. So this is what we do have. So if I check our design, now we must have the add button, update button, the delete button, and then the view button. So I'll just come back as we said, look for where button is, look for where B is, A, B. So our button is here. Hold the control key, make a single click, and then come 1, 2, 3, 4, and then after click escape. So after click escape. So I'll put them close like that, close, and then close. Now these buttons have a default behavior of auto size, whereby you can adjust the width and the height. So for them you can just highlight them and then you adjust according to what you want. I'm adjusting the width, then I can also adjust the height. Have something like that, then position them very well, then come and change the text. So click on it, look for where text is, not name but where text is. So I'll just remove the button, then put add. This is for adding. So did the add, so did the save. Now this button is going to be for, I think this one is for updating, second one is for what? Yes, update. So that one is for update. So this last one is going to be for the view. Okay, that is what we have. Still, if you want to adjust the font, look for where font is, come here, adjust what you want, bold 11, click OK. You have some design like that. Now when you look at this image here, we have something like this. Let me adjust. So this one is called a data grid view. This one. So that is what we want to insert here. So come to where D is. So you see that we have something called a data grid view. This one. That is what we call a data grid view that you want to add, this one. So I'll just click, you can make a single click on it and then come here and put it there. So this is what we do have. And then we're adjusting the width of it. So this is what we have. All right, after having this, now we are good to go. This is our design view. So what we are going to do is we are going to name these controls we're only going to name these ones. Now we have this one, the text box for the first name. So I'll come to my properties window, look for where name is. Look for where name is. So name is here and they are having text box 1. So this is where we are going to this here. This is what we want. So instead of text box 1, we are going to put a name that can easily be understood. So by that, I remove this one and say we are going to have our first name txt. So to mean first name text box. Then come to this one, which is the last name txt. Click enter. So we have the position txt. Then we have the salary txt. This one is date time peak, so you can call it higher date time, okay, peaker, have something like that. Then name this add, because we are going to be sending that to the database. So I'm going to name that one that add btn, because it is a button. You see that naming is crucial, whereby if it is a text box txt, if it is a button btn, so that you can easily identify. So come on this next one, update, and then call it update btn. Click enter and then have this delete, and then come here, give it a name, delete btn, and then have this last one, which is view. Come here and say view btn. So from there, we are done with the user interface. Now